Our feature presentation today is entitled Mastering Social Media to Grow Your Business. And our guest speaker is John DiPietro from ABC DiPietro. John has experience in almost every phase of marketing. He's a proven marketer, author, speaker, a frequent radio guest host across the country, and has his own TV show which airs across Europe. John is a featured contributor to the latest Chicken Soup for the Soul series entitled Inside Basketball, and you're going to have to explain that title, John. But welcome.
We're out of time. Thank you for coming. You know, as a teenager growing up in the 80s, it was always my dream to share the stage with Motley Crue. My dream has come true. Weren't they great? In case you're wondering what this red light is, there's a new company in Worcester that has just opened, and they have combined microphones with breathalyzers so that people who speak at functions like this will be caught as soon as they leave. So I'm going to have to stay around for 3 hours. Folks, in the last several months, I've had actually a year and a half or so, I've had the opportunity to go to Myrtle Beach, the Outer Banks, the Finger Lakes of New York, Kentucky Derby, NASCAR races in Tennessee and New Hampshire, as well as Branson, Missouri, Savannah, Charleston, Orlando, St. Augustine, and Atlanta, to name a few. Let me tell you one thing. You folks in this room do not have to bow your head to anyone at those organizations because, in my opinion, some of the best natural beauty events and attractions are located right here in Massachusetts, and specifically in central Massachusetts. So you need to know that you've got what it takes to be world class, because all these other places are considered world class, but they did it by talking about themselves. How many of you want to be known as the world's best kept secret? Good. No hands went up. Because all you need to do is tell people about it, and one of the nicest parts about what I'm going to talk to you about in the next 4 hours is that the vast majority of these promotional tools and their tools that I'll talk about are free for you to utilize. All you need to do is master some of the basics, and you can spread your wings further than you ever thought possible. And what I want to do is I'm going to give you a bunch of free stuff to take with you today, in addition to the silverware that I've seen some of you already put in your pockets. But on your table, right in the center of the table, there's this orange sheet. Would you take that out? There should be one for everybody, because you need to do this. And the first thing I'm going to do is give you a bonus about a market that is not being approached by anyone that I'm aware of. And right where it says annual meeting, to the left of that, write the word RV. It's the recreational vehicle market. It's a gigantic worldwide market, but in the United States, it's somewhat in its infancy compared to Europe. And in the Northeast, tons of these people flow through here, either on their way to Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, or they use Massachusetts as a destination. So if you write RV down, what I will do is I will send you some websites and some Yahoo groups that you can market yourself through at absolutely no cost to you. So if you're interested in that, just write RV to the left. And I'm going to tell you one other thing. One of the best books that I've had an opportunity to devour on this topic of online marketing is by David Meerman Scott. It's called Worldwide Rave. And if you just put DMS on the right, I'll send you a place where you can get that at a discount. And if you want a copy of this video to bring back to your people, just put video under DMS, and we'll get those for you. Now, by a show of hands, how many of you have heard the term social media? Okay. How many of you are somewhat, but not totally, confused as to how you can put it together and use it for yourself? Same number of hands go up. How many of you have a company website? And how many of us feel that the website is giving us all it can in its capability to drive business to us? Small number of hands. Okay? And how many of you are tired of raising your hands? Okay. Here's what I need to tell you. First of all, I'm going to give you something totally free. On the middle of this page, just put a big X where it says, check here for a free website analysis. Someone will look at your site at no cost obligation. This is not to sell you an upscale package or sell you Ginsu knives or Slim Whitman CDs or anything along those lines. But they'll look at it and they'll send you material that will help you with your site. And also at the same time it says check here for additional information on a seminar that your Convention and Visitors Bureau will be providing in late November. So, fill out the orange form, and speaking of orange, remember that term, orange juice. It's not just for breakfast anymore. Remember that orange juice? Well, social media is not just for teenagers anymore. How many of us, if we want to have any type of online knowledge, what do? Who do we go to? Our kids, okay? But if you're not embracing a social media strategy for your organization, you're missing out on several ways to attract new business, or more importantly, attract repeat business from your current or past clients. And I'm sure you'll agree with me that there are only two ways to make more money and generate more activity. Number one is to reach out to new markets, audiences, or clients. And the second way is to get your existing business and your past business to increase their amount of activity with you. And the amazing part about the utilization of social media programming is that it allows you to do both, and many times simultaneously reach new business as well as old business. And the thing you need to understand is you have to grasp the basics for it. So today, with the economy being what it is, it's been alluded to 2 or 3 different times, you've got two options. You can either accept poor numbers and make a novena that you'll be here this time next year, or you can say, I don't care what the facts say, I don't care what the figures say, I'm going to go out and do something different. Because I heard somebody say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. See, today social media is growing rapidly. Actually, I put down astronomically. And somebody said, gastronomically, that's got something to do with food. I said, no, it's growing really, really fast. And here's the crazy part about it. The age group that has the biggest growth in social media utilization is adults 25 to 54. It's not the teens, it's not the preteens.